Heck, all I know is that wolves don't fly. But
Mm-mm.
Fizz, you beg to differ?
Sort of.
I know I should be wary. Still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose.
It's showtime!
Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here, and I am joined once again by my lovely co-host, the monster girl herself, the mother of cubs, and apparently the newest aviator to the friendly skies, Fizz. What's going? So you went on a trip, apparently.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's like all I know is poor Piper's bank account must be hurting and stuff. It's like, oh my God, she has a plane ticket. I I assume you had a plane ticket. I have no idea how G Iggity actually managed to get over there. I'm not carry on, Fizz
Mm,
gig on, or I don't know. Was she was she safe or these are
yeah.
questions that I'm going.
Oh, I was gonna say, so G Iggity, she
Mhm.
stowed away. She got shoved in some carry-on. She's very not happy about the trip, really.
I saw some of that. I saw that she had met up with Snow and Punkwaddle and some of the other puppets over there, and I heard tell that she's actually a very large puppet apparently, that she has a tail and stuff too. I was unaware of this.
Mm. Yeah, she's a pretty big puppet. Um, she just doesn't get to show it all on screen because there's just not enough room, and Piper's kind of short, so
Yeah, I mean,
she's shorter than the other puppeteers too. I think so.
I mean, I can totally imagine that. See, like I get a chance to go around on one of the cons with Freddy before, and Freddy is a large puppet. All I know is there exists a puppet out there with like Freddy standing next to like Anna that Star Wars girl, and I'm like, oh my God, they're like the same height. Um, I'm not sure if that's just because Freddy is very large and Anna is very small, or maybe it's relative to something like that there. But so Fizz, you went down to the great state of Texas apparently. How was that?
Yeah. Um,
Do tell. Give us the deets.
there really are a lot of big things in Texas.
No, that's the meme. That's the meme. So you're
Yeah.
confirming it.
Yeah,
Mm.
especially food.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The nonstop text messages of the food court and everything. It's like I open up my phone and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God. Oh, that's a thing of ribs. That's that's a McDonald's. Oh, look,
Right?
here's a Taco Bell. Here's another Taco Bell. Here are some tacos. There's some chalupas. I appreciate the nonstop food porn. What? So if sending sexual things is sexting and sending food is food porn sexting or oh that sounds dirty.
Well, that does, doesn't it?
Well I mean the show's called Breaking the Multiverse, so these things happen. Hey Rick,
sexting.
I apologize, Rick, that some of the science things are we were gonna get a little bit more rambunctious today, just because we sit back, we relax, we chill. You're gonna love the stuff's coming if you did like what was happening yesterday. I think it's gonna help your theory. Hey, our conservatarian. Oh my God, I haven't seen you for a while. One of the I would say a true libertarian. Do I always agree with the stuff and things he does? No, that's okay because we're Americans. But
America.
if you,
Yeah.
it's just yes. See how far we've come? See how far we come? Yes, she is a VTuber. She's actually a celestial wolf girl.
Mm,
She's not a fox. Don't misspecies her. It's one of her triggers. But so
yeah.
Texas. Texas, yeah. I don't see a gorilla in the audience yet, so we should be safe. But it is the internet, so you never know who's watching. So Fyzz, Texas, food, stuff, go.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to see any live cows in Texas, but I'm gonna assume that they must be about as big as like dinosaurs or something. Their meat is
What?
huge. Steaks are big.
Cowosaurus? Mmm.
I don't know, some kind of dinosaur. They got some big cows in Texas. They got big meats.
Oh my God, wait a second. I think I saw this somewhere. Continue. Continue to talks about food in Texas.
But when I was at the convention part, like nobody cared that I had ears and a tail and stuff. A lot of them asked who I was cosplaying, though.
I got asked the same thing at a con. Continue.
I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So I had to look it up. And I still don't get why they asked me that.
See, Fyzz, here's the thing. In this mortal realm of stuff and things, humans on a frequent and regular basis usually don't see other humanoid-ish creatures with fuzzy ears and tails and paws and stuff, unless it's like a furry convention. That tends to be the case there at one of those cons and everything. A lot of folks like dress up. Like I remember I was there with Snacks in one point, and Gator was around, and we ran into a whole bunch of our friendly neighborhood furries and stuff like that there. So like at conventions, people dress up as all type of things. Like what was it? Dr. Rachel Limberg at one point, she was dressed up like Chun-Li. She does a dang good cosplay. There's a reason they call her Sauron cosplay. But Whitechapel, thank you for joining, my friend. Good to see you. Yes, Fyzz is back. She is telling us about how she was not being singled out at a convention, and she just looked like your standard everyday YouTuber and just person at a convention.
Yeah.
She felt very comfortable.
Yeah, it was a lot like walking around like live action Twitter. There's a lot of creatures on Twitter.
That is very true. And give me just a moment. Oh, I think we have it right here. Let's see. We have the holy cow. Oh, there we go. What was that? The big cow you saw?
Oh no, I saw big beef, but maybe it came from that cow. I need a scale to understand the size of this cow.
I think that's an advertisement. It's kind of like the Trojan horse, in that it's not actually a horse. I believe this cow is I don't think it's actually full of beef, but it's. I believe I don't know. I typed in big cow in Texas, and this is what came up. So it's on the internet, so it must be true. But
yeah.
I disrupted you again as I'm lagging. Continue.
But I think the most funnest part was the flying on the plane.
How was that? Because I remember you posted a little meme of like a wolf with their tail as a helicopter and everything, and it was kind of funny. So like you weren't trying to fly the plane with your tail, were you?
No, I was just comparing flying in the plane compared to using my helicopter tail to hover and jump a little better. It's way different. Way different. Oh, but you should have seen Piper. Like, holy crap. I don't think she likes flying in planes.
She's not really a big traveling gal there, and she gets stressed by a lot of things. So how was that? What was the expression on her face like?
Well, she's afraid of heights.
Oh.
And so it was hilarious. So she was like white knuckle clinging to her seat the whole time. The flight there and the flight back. And and every time the plane would make a sudden movement, she'd jump or she'd squeal sometimes both.
That
People laughed at her,
I was gonna say that
me
must have made for
included.
a very interesting flight, especially as her wolf girlfriend is laughing right next to her.
Yeah, I was having a
That's
blast.
I'm sure. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Any type of canine, if they like a car ride, I mean a plane ride, well, actually, I don't know. I don't know. I think there probably have been some dogs on some planes, or maybe some animals and stuff. They're usually, I don't know. I didn't really notice. Most of the plane flights I've had recently have actually been decent, except for getting stuck on the tarmac for like an hour and a half, and then a direct flight turned into two flights, and it was like
Oh.
an extra like 3 to 5 hours later. And to be fair to the crew, they were great. They're like, "Thank you for your patience if you have any left." I'm like, how dare they acknowledge reality? Okay, okay.
Word from the pet community. That's the pets that I got to communicate with at an airport. I got to go sit in a person's seat. But I guess
Oh,
a lot of sometimes animals go somewhere else. What they said is flying's pretty uncomfortable. It's pretty scary. But mostly just don't fly United. The United employees will randomly kill you for no reason. So you gotta be careful.
I mean, I can't confirm or deny that statement there. That's
That's just what some animals said.
they,
They
okay.
apparently they travel. Some of them travel a lot, and they have seen some shit. Holy crap!
The views expressed by Fizz Giggity, the views of Fizz Giggity. But well, actually, to that, to counter my counterpoint there, and trying to save my butt, I Piper did go on a very deep dive into like the aerolines and stuff like that before, so I figured she would come across that stuff. And if there was anything with animals involved, I feel like that's something she would totally remember. But,
yeah, she I told her what the animals were saying, and she says that she won't fly United either because they beat up the humans. So and she did say at one point somebody's rabbit was supposed to fly, and the United people took the live rabbit and put it in a freezer unit and froze it to death. So she won't take animals on United either.
what?
Yep.
They put the rabbit in the fridge?
Yeah, they froze a live rabbit that was a pet.
That
Yeah.
This is a profanity alert. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then United, I guess their response was basically like, "Hey, my bad," but not really my bad.
Okay.
We're not gonna take responsibility for it. Whoopsies.
Now that I think about it, was it United that I paid for that upgrade to have the direct flight and didn't get the direct? No, actually, it was Delta. Now I think about it. Never mind. But United, I believe, was the airline that ended up for a short period of time losing like $1 billion in value after they seemed to physically remove, I believe, a Dr. Dowd or something like that. There was a gentleman.
Beat up a doctor because they wanted to put one of their own employees in his seat instead.
No, they got the air marshals or the local police to do their dirty work for them.
Actually, in some cases, it was the United. They found out that random missing luggage from United was being like thrown in a dumpster at an abandoned apartment somewhere. Somebody air tagged their luggage. That was United. Lots of yeah. Lots of bad press.
The answer to your question, conservatarian, yes. To the best of my knowledge, yes. There are VTubers with all different types of models. They don't necessarily need to be animals. It could be in all different shapes and sizes. Rick, that's probably a very smart idea to fly separately. And awesome one, again, I can neither confirm or deny that squirrel plus squirrel equals squirrel. It may or may not be true. There might be a square squirrel root in there. Oh my god, the squirrel root! It
Squirrel
ranks
root.
right up there with
Oh
it ranks
no.
right up there with string cheese theory and everything.
Yes! The
I
squirrel
remember that.
root.
Squirrel relativity. Oh my god. But yes. Well, that's fun. So it sounds like aside from the potential murder of animals, depending on the company, and we'll go with negligence, maybe. And again, I don't know the specifics, so this is just all opinion and conjecture and possibly fact in here woven in. So it was generally positive. Food was good.
Wait, I haven't even gotten to the best part of the airplane ride.
Oh no, go.
The best part of the airplane ride was both of the landings. I guess Piper flies quite a bit, and they were the worst landings she has ever experienced, which made them the coolest and most hilarious landings I have ever experienced.
I mean, that equality stands. That makes a lot of sense to me.
The first one, when we were landing in Dallas, it was like it felt like they just like slammed the plane down on the runway. If you watch planes land, because I do, mostly because I want to see crash landings though. When you watch planes land, you'll see them. They go. They're supposed to. They go. Real wheels first, then gently put down the nose while you're like basically already hitting the brakes and stuff. The one coming into Dallas, it was more like we're just dropping it on the the runway.
Good donk.
Dong.
Oh,
And it freaked her
I'm
out.
sure she loved that.
But the one that freaked her out even more was the one coming back home, because where we were sitting, like we could hardcore feel and see, just like the extreme angles that the plane was tilting side to side. And this plane never got lined up. Even at the last minute, it was going like it was going side to side and all wobbly before it got on the ground. She was scared to death.
Well, I mean, you want to hit the runway because I mean, they call it a landing strip for a reason, and it's so long, and you want to line it up, but occasionally it doesn't line up, and occasionally it might go off the runway. So I'm sure she also very much enjoyed that, and I'm sure the inverse. You totally must have loved that.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy because it. Even I kind of thought that they were gonna end up landing wing first, like one wing, like probably the side we were on, so like left wing first, and then it sharply tilted, and then we thought it was gonna hit that wing first instead, and side winds, yeah. See, I watched them videos. She needs to watch more of those videos with me. The problem is, like, she doesn't stay for the crash part.
Well, see, as a human, it's like, especially if you're about to fly, sometimes humans don't like to see those things or be thinking about them because it makes their minds go to the worst place because, well, adaptive response and stuff. So, yeah.
I just figure if she watches enough of them, it'd be less scary because then she would know what to do. Or
well,
something.
what? I believe you put something along the lines of that ride was so bumpy it was almost like I was flying the plane. maybe that was the first one there. It's like,
yeah,
I'm just imagining. I'm like, all right, this is outside. She's trying to do like the miles per hour tails the fox thing there. It's like, yes, I've got this plane. Oh my god, I'm gonna turn that. Oh, I also have ideas for Piper and stuff. So we'll chuck that in the bank because
do it. Yeah, that first one was the one that felt like instead of touching touching wheels and then hitting brakes. It just like slammed on the ground and hit brakes all at the same time. That's the one that I was like, man, you would have thought I was landing this thing, because like I would have finished by saying nailed it. Yeah, I'd have done that. Bam, nailed it.
See, I almost had I had more time, I was gonna like Photoshop you into like the cockpit of like a plane, and just kind of like have your face there, and then I'm like,
had
wait
all
a second.
day. You asked me earlier today if
I took mine. I am a terrible human being. I'm fully honest about this. I am literally like the most late person in the world, or I think as a script doctor may have put it once, it's like memes arise precisely when he means to be. And then he was banned from Fat Stevens' channel satirically. These things happen. No, but then I went to your actual YouTube channel, because you do have a YouTube channel, and apparently there's gonna be some ASMR content coming up in the near future as well. I went to your intro video, and I just got the thing of you flying, and then I'm like, well, let's make a little Star Wars jab and joke and stuff. It's like, wait a second, wolves don't fly. It's like they do now.
Oh, awesome one is correct. So because she was freaking out so bad, especially on the way back, so one of the flight attendants crouched down by Piper and was like, yeah, you feel more, and it's a bit freakier in a smaller aircraft. So this was like the smallest.
Oh, the regional ones?
She was just in like the smallest big plane she's ever been in, I think. The smallest commercial plane she's been in. It was American. It was just a very small flight. And it was like the same kind of plane there and back. So they were telling her that was why she was thinking stuff was wrong. That wasn't, is because she hadn't experienced it in her other plane trips, like her other big commercial plane trips. And so she needed to suck it up and get used to that, but she didn't. But yeah, the side winds, the drifting was freaking her out, but also the fact that it was tilting side to side. Like while it was like, she's like, it looked like we could have reached out and touched concrete. Like, and it was still tilting side to side, and it hadn't quite touched yet. And so she was just kind of waiting for one of the wings to get clipped and like a big, I don't know, fireball to happen. I don't know what she thought was going to happen.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. After, what was it? I think was the 737 like Air Max. One of those planes, like one of them kind of like it ended up dropping out of the sky. And then a couple months later, I think, Boeing was like, oh, everything's fine. And then another one like crashed. And it's like, what's going on? It's like, wait a second. Oh, there's this downloadable package that was like an extra $500,000 and stuff. And people weren't receiving the right training, apparently. Again, just based upon my knowledge, I'm like, well, if Piper went down that rabbit hole of like plane malfunctions, and all of a sudden you get on a plane and it's different than what you've always done, I can totally. Oh my God, I'm imagining poor Piper right there. It's like the stewardess just kneels down. Piper's it's like, it's okay, sweetie. This is a smaller aircraft. Everything will be literally like the stewardess is almost trying to give her head pats to calm her down, and you're there like.
She did. She patted her hand. I was clenching.
She got hand pat.
Yeah, she got a hand
God. The stewardess was her therapy animal. Oh dear God. I can imagine that so well, right? Oh my God. I would have totally whipped out my phone and started recording that. I'm also, oh God. These are the reasons why I'm not in a relationship, because I may or may not have done that to ex-Mrs. Means when she got her head stuck in a bedpost. At one point, she's asking me for lotion. I'm like, are you stuck? She's like, shut up. I'm like, let me get you out. No. It's like, okay, well, if you're not going to let me help you, I'm just going to start recording you. I still have it somewhere. I watched it like, oh God. See, this is how I'm a
We're likely to die from a bird strike hitting an engine. I'm sure that'll make her feel so much better about flying.
Thank you, awesome one.
Yeah.
Totally
I'll let her know. I'm
Yes.
sure that'll make her
Oh,
feel
oh,
better.
wait. What if they're robot birds powered by AI?
Oh, then she's just gonna get angry and also
It's
scared.
it's an intentional bird strike. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. So many plots. So
They're
many.
called
And there's
drones, man. They're called
oh
drone
my.
strikes.
Well, pigeon bomb. Actually, apparently during World War II, the United Kingdom was developing pigeon-guided bombs. Like apparently they developed it so like a pigeon, like because they'd use pigeons for um like sending messages and stuff back in the day because they
Yeah.
could go certain ways. But apparently they had a screen up there, and the pigeon would peck in a particular direction because there was a particular location supposed to go to. So they literally had the pigeons like literally piloting these bombs to get them to their point. I'm like, number one, that sounds pretty much like animal cruelty to me. You're turning the pigeons into kamikaze bombers.
What the
And number two,
fuck?
I'm like, apparently it was feasible. Like it could actually work. That's the crazy thing. I don't think they ever used it to my knowledge, but I still remember the UK was developing pigeon-guided bombs, and I'm like, Brits can be pretty nutty bananas at times. So robotic bird drones. Well, once we start getting some more technology, there's amazing technology. I'm hoping more to focus on the next level of technology that will make a lot of the other technology not necessary. Yes, I swear I can speak. Distraction with something else
I'm
embarrassing.
broken. You broke me. Oh no. Oh dear. You guys! You guys! I just want to hug some gold!
No fizzes were harmed in the making of this show. Yes. But friendly fire. Oh god. Oh god. That reminds me of one of my favorite games ever. Worms Armageddon.
Yeah.
Especially the second one. Oh my, you're just going around all this randomly generated terrain as a little worm, collecting all these power-ups like bazookas and like machine guns, the holy hand grenade. Ah! I like the banana bombs because they would bounce and then go boom and then do more. It was basically like a colossal. Oh god, we're gonna get struck by like terrible like weapons talk about anime and video games, and depending on the argument you make, you'll probably actually take down a lot of the internet if you argued it long enough. I won't get into it right now. I'm pretty sure we could potentially mimetically nuke Facebook into oblivion. This is why I say a lot of things. There are certain things where it's like, I don't need to talk about them. I don't even need to acknowledge that they exist because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, trust is earned. It's also one of the quickest things to burn as well. So sometimes you don't need to talk about everything. But pigeon poops. Oh god. So aside from Piper nearly having a conniption whilst flying and landing, how was Texas?
Oh. Hot.
I imagine. So there was a convention and stuff there. That's we were getting into that a little bit. You look a wee bit constipated.
Oh, my bad.
No worries.
The convention also, like, I don't know, like a bunch of humans and some other creatures mostly humans, got really excited about standing in line for hours to have another human write on their perfectly good stuff.
They autographs. We call them autographs. It's people sign their name and maybe a few words, and often in exchange for a bunch of money.
Why?
Humans seem to like that because we can. See, in the realm of clout and everything, certain folks have folks that they happen to be fans of, and they like some memorabilia. So like I kind of have actually right up over there a picture of the comic book that has the Dragon Zord and the Green Ranger in a Godzilla comic. And it was a Godzilla Power Rangers crossover, and I managed to have Jason David Frank actually autograph it uh, before he unfortunately passed on last year. Shout out to Miss Melons for letting me know he was going to be in the area. But yeah, I spent $150 on that. To be fair, I got in the line and waited for about an hour, and then I found out how much it was, and then I'm like, I've come so far. I bit the bullet. I'm glad I did, because apparently I wouldn't have gotten another chance then. But these things happen. Yes. Punk Waddle, yes. So Fyzz doesn't have to squint. Punk Waddle complimented on how tall G Iggity was. She's apparently a pretty big puppet.
Yeah, she a big girl. She didn't really fit very good in a tired carry-on thing she got herself. She kept complaining, whining. It was cramped, and not like she has bones. Well, she's got teeth.
Well, I mean, she might have bones in her from consuming different stuff and things, and potentially other creatures. Because isn't she like of the genus like critter from like critters?
Nope.
She's just no.
She's a Fyzz gig. It's its own species.
Okay, but I mean, it doesn't have a relate. She looks a lot like critters from Critters.
I would have to. I would have to ask her. I between you and me, she's a little bit slow, so I'm not sure she knows things about like species and stuff.
She still has the same mic?
Yep.
Wasn't that something that like Piper or somebody threw out? I mean, I don't.
Well, to be fair, Piper has no idea where the hell she got that from. All she knows is that she's convinced it's a microphone and wants to interview people really bad. I think her dream job is like an investigative reporter or an interview talk show hostess or something. I don't know. But instead, she's on like Snow's channel, making the best of it.
You gotta start somewhere. I mean, April O'Neil started out doing the journalism thing, and then she befriended some teenagers who happened to be mutants, who happened to be turtles, who happened to be trained by a large anthropomorphic rat sensei. For some reason, actually describing how it actually is seems a lot weirder than just saying TMNT. These things happen. Yes, Rick, all I know is the universe is a fascinating place, and the way some things line up are pretty freaking cool. 42 explains a lot, awesome one. I'm just, oh god, Hyper O'Neil. That actually has a good ring to it there, but it would be Gig O'Neil? Giggity O'Neil?
Yeah, Iggy Neil. That's hard.
G Iggy Neil? Oh, she Italian? I don't know. It sounds like a Gio DeComio or something like that. I don't know. I'm not Italian. I dated one. These things happen. But darn tune, yes. Oh, did you run into Yosemite Sam down there? I think, isn't he from Texas?
Oh yeah, I think no, he might be somewhere around there. Yeah, maybe Texas is pretty huge.
Texas is bigger than like a lot of countries and everything. Because all I know is like you go to like Texas on a map and you're like, all right, well, it's a state, and then you got to realize that we're technically on kind of a spherish type surface on the Earth and everything. But to us, it looks kind of flattish and everything. But then you like, Go down to Texas. Where are we? Oh God. Uh, of course, the first thing I bring up is just all this different politics and everything. But all right, we go to our friend of the map. Where is the heck is the map? There we go. There's the map. Texas. Here we go.
Texas.
Yeah. Aside from Alaska, it's the second biggest state because Alaska, it's not drawn to scale here. It actually goes like Texas and I think kind of Oklahoma. There's also like a lot of ice and like I think Kodiak bears and stuff like that there. So
Yeah, there's some
once
cool
you
shit
really
there.
get, oh yeah, it gets really freaking cold up there.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently there's a lot. Once I think you get, and again, I apologize for my statism here, but like once you get past like around here, that's basically like I think where people go to die. So
Oh,
don't get me wrong, there's some badass Alaskans up there and everything. I guess they have their own trucking show and everything. I actually really like some of those things.
heck yeah.
But yeah, it's dangerous. Not to say there aren't a lot of dangerous things in Texas too. There's a lot of things that can kill you. So it's like, okay, you got this, so this is Texas. Basically the balls of America. Well, I don't know. When I look at it, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm anthropomorphizing the country. Nobody's ever done
Nice.
that before. But so what was your favorite part about the great state of Texas down there?
Not the heat.
Okay. Now was it a dry heat or did you get poofy?
Oh no! It was humid while I was there. There was some storms, pretty epic storms. I got. I don't like humidity, and it got humid.
How did it go again?
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, I'm just checking for reference. Well, I mean, it was an accurate description. I understand. Did it take you a while to comb your fur? Because I know sometimes even in the human form, I can get kind of poofy and stuff like that. So
it sucked.
Yeah, well,
very not manageable, and it was while I was overheated too. It was too much fur for that.
Hydration. Hey, Keisha.
I was very hydrated though.
It's now were you staying hydrated with like water and everything, or were you sipping like the energy drinks because sometimes they can kind of dehydrate you and stuff too. They give you energy, but these things happen. So how was the gang? How was the gang? Did you have a good time running into some of the folks that you see here on the internet of stuff and things?
Well, I actually I didn't.
Oh.
I kept getting lost and looking at bright colors, and there was very good smells. There was like some neat food even at the convention itself. But Piper and T. were kind of doing the socializing bits.
So you just kind of wandered around a little bit unsupervised in a realm where you basically fit in perfectly.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cool.
Cool. No, I mean, no, that's a good experience. I understand. I mean, we all remember your story about how you were applying to be the new Taco Bell dog, and
I was trying to do some networking, sort of. But I think I was trying to network with the wrong people.
I mean, wrong people, that might be up to perspective and when you say wrong people, what do you mean?
I mean, I couldn't tell what they were saying. They were big and fluffy though. I thought like maybe we'd have some stuff in common.
Were you talking to other pets?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, now here's the thing, Fyzz. That's a very admirable goal. I'm not sure how many other actual dogs are monetized on Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah, that
Um,
was the problem. Like a lot of them, I think, were babies because they had no idea what was going on. Other ones are just like, what's Twitch? So it
yeah,
kind of it kind of sucked. Punk Waddle is not bald, and Snow kicked butt.
see, well, no, Punk
Can
Waddle has
confirm those. Like I saw them. I just didn't hang out with them like Piper did.
that's well, see, no, Punk Waddle does have a mohawk because he's a punk waddler.
Mm.
Um, okay, now can you confirm did Nick Weiser have 32 flavors of something on him?
That I don't know. I was not hanging out when they were hanging out. I was actually lost.
I have a video we should probably share at one point that kind of reminds me of what we're talking about here. So apparently, Fizz, you got distracted by the smell of tasty snacks, shiny objects, and other people's pets.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
like a
that
shiny
sounds
beef.
about right to me.
Hmm. Conventions
Now,
are
Fizz,
fun.
yeah, no, Fizz, my offer stands. If you would like to come out to Boston Fan Expo, we could work something out. I'm
When
not
is that
sure if I
again?
can afford to have Piper. It's in August. I need to
August.
double check the dates. One of the reasons I say that is because that's probably right around the time right after Fan Expo. I'm probably going to be leaving the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and driving out to the great state of Utah to spend roughly about a year at the monastery to work on science stuff and things full time.
Whoa.
Um, so it's probably going to be there's stuff and things going on. I'm not just doing these videos just because I'm a crazy person. I mean, that's totally a contributing factor. I think there's something actually going on here, and at least behind the scenes, it's pretty fantastic. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. I am totally biased, but I think some really great stuff's going to be happening. So if you would like to come out to Boston Fan Expo, I could probably get you out. I don't think I can necessarily spring that Piper out here too. That might be breaking the bank a little bit. But Fizz, you are more than welcome. So
I'll put
uh,
on my good form.
I mean, totally. I mean, you can just basically come as you are and stuff. I mean,
G
with
Iggity, yeah,
a
G
big
Iggity has a video with them. G Iggity was hanging out with them, and so was Piper. They were hanging out with them. I was doing other stuff. I would love to go to a convention without them. That would be pretty sweet.
Well, I mean, we might be able to arrange that. Just
Frick
the
yeah.
only thing is, if you take a form with legs, you need to at least have some shorts or something on, just because of human stuff and things. Just make sure. I mean, you could have your normal shirt and everything like that. Basically, just like you are right now. We could walk around, and I could actually introduce you to like some other streamers and humans, and go around, have some tasty snacks. And I see you there, Jez. Welcome. Oh my God. You can tell you're an old man when the point when you're referring to people that have gone through so many iterations of names by their original name. I apologize for dead naming you. I mean, digital pollution.
You almost did it again.
Yeah. See, I caught myself. It's about improving. It's about improving. We can eventually do it there. But no, I think it'd be kind of cool if kind of like the multiverse crew actually went to a little convention there, a little final hurrah, if you would, in the greater Commonwealth area. Meet up with some of the nerd folks in the greater Northeast, like Thomas, Sully, oh my God, I'm gonna forget all the other folks that I'm in the chats with and everything. Marcus is cool. No, just a bunch of good folks and everything. We usually like to cosplay and everything. Like just like you, I usually get asked, it's like, who are you cosplaying as? Like when I went to whatever what's the thing with Anna and Christy Meyer? I forget what the show is called. but it was like they asked me, it's like, who are you cosplaying as? I'm like, I am the memes of destruction, and I'm cosplaying as the memes of destruction. And then somebody thought I was cosplaying as like Jay. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I am not a Canadian bear, though I did hunt one at the convention. Uh, I
Oh.
I feel bad because literally like 24 hours after I assaulted Jay at the convention, he got assaulted by like the lead in Cobra Kai. I'm just like, oh my god, I started a trend of assaulting drunk 3PO. That's why I'm a terrible human being. But these these things happen. These things happen. Uh, no, but I think it'll be fun. We can go around, have a good old time. But no, conventions are fun. And no, you just gotta find your own little crew and stuff like that. Certain folks, they like to go around, like we were saying. It's like some folks, they enjoy standing in line for hours to give money to other human beings to have them sign something. I've done that once. I really don't see the need to do it really ever again. I didn't think it was necessarily going to be that long. I didn't think it was going to be that expensive. But hey, live and learn, and I got a memento that I really actually can't get anymore. So hey, be a peace, JDF. Oh, hey, Snow. We're totally
Hey.
not talking about you. We were totally talking about you.
Yeah, I think that is
Yeah,
the
we.
guy that Piper was hanging out with.
Yeah. Snow. He's the puppeteer for Jolly and the crew and stuff. He's the fleshy behind the scenes and everything. But I saw Jolly had a pretty good time there. And actually, I saw some pictures of Snow on Instagram and stuff. Apparently, he met like most of the cast from like The Thing and like. Were you actually talking to John Carpenter, Snow? Like, is that true? I didn't click on the audio. I'm just like, wait a second, you're asking John Carpenter questions? I'm like, whoa, that's that famous dude that makes all those scary movies and stuff. I'm like, that's pretty neat.
Yes,
But
Snow was one of the ones that was kept getting in those long lines to get his stuff scribbled on by other people.
he is one of those people. Jay, that is the answer to that question. Now, Snow and Whitechapel, you guys play nice. It's okay. It's okay. People are allowed to disagree on the internet, and of course, we would take care of things by direct messages and private messages because we are adults here. But then again, I say this as an adult that has his own nap time because I didn't even spend the time to Photoshop Fyzz into a plane. But that's all right. That's all right. Hey, we break the multiverse and stuff and things. It's okay. It's okay to disagree with other people. You just do it with love and respect. Why? Well, that's how we want to be treated. It's at least okay. Now, Fyzz, here's the thing. While at the convention, again, I realize you were occupied mostly by tasty snacks and stuff. Did you see? Did the convention seem like Twitter to you?
Yeah, just
Okay.
in person, all sorts of weirdos.
Okay. Let me. Okay. That was my fault. Let me specify the question. Did people seem as angry as they are on Twitter?
Oh. No, I was going by the profile pictures on Twitter, not the words.
Okay, no. It's well. See, that's the thing. You go onto Twitter, it's like, oh my God, there's a dude dressed as Captain America. Like Sully was full on Captain America. Dr. Rachel Lindbergh, she was like Chun-Li and everything. I'm like, oh my God. I remember even back in the day, I'm getting pictures with like Master Chief and stuff like that. There was one of the guys. Oh my God. There's so many pictures I didn't even post and stuff. There was a dude. He was like 9 feet tall. He was like wearing stilts and stuff. I think he was from something from like Five Nights at Freddy's, or maybe I'm confusing that with like another game as well there. But all I know is it's like even Snacks and stuff. Okay, we'll actually go to that because freaking Snacks was like a full-on wizard and everything at one point, and he did it during the summer. I was like very impressed. I'm like, it was so freaking hot. All I know is, we went to PAX. Some of the games were fun. They still had that like silly little mask thing, which okay, I'm gonna go to something else because of masks. It seems unnecessary to me. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. It was really sweaty and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I prefer to breathe and stuff, especially if we're not active. just my opinion as a dude on the internet. Yeah, but Fan Expo, they didn't have any of that stuff and everything, so it was great. So that's also probably an extra perk to going, especially if you could go see some very interesting people as well there. So what do we have there? Oh, bears. It's all right. Oh, what is it? Bears. Oh my God, they're godless killing machines, but I still like them. I still like them. Yeah. Oh my God, no. You need to do the stuff. Memes. You fail at all the things. Okay, here we go. Eh, eh, and go.
I'm a Canadian bear. Nice and loud. Look at everyone. You guys look so sad. Like, what's happening? Tina probably smell something. Like,
Oh.
Change it to normal clothes.
all right, we'll just keep.
Oh God, I'm lagging.
Hold
Hold on. Wow, that was so terrible. Hold on. I got something running in the background. No, the computer is just overheating. Hold on. We'll play this one more time as I slowly go to attempt to fix the stuff in things. Wow. Lag. See, I know from physics that this is being caused by temperature. Oh, it's trying to share something that doesn't even exist. Wow. So we're failing on that end. We're failing on this end. Okay, what? One more time. One more time. We'll set this up. And I'll go try to fix the lag. Boom.
I'm a Canadian bear. Nice and loud. Look at everyone. Look so sad. Like, what's happening? Tina probably smell something. Like awful.
Change it to normal clothes.
All right, we'll just keep.
Blah.
Just keep moving along. We have pretty much snacks and comments. You smell like success, man. And I'm just saying. First of all, you're a much better looking puppet than that snow guy that likes to show up.
I'm tired.
Crash at the parties. Don't let him push you around. All right. I know that.
What is happening?
Summoning.
It's showtime. Someone just literally grabbed me from the back. I feel like I'm being abused. That's how it is. We're moving along here. We have my man who picked me up. He looks different. He looks like 10 pounds lighter. I don't know what it is. I can't put my mind on it. Like, Anna confused me with you earlier. Keep doing what you're doing.
That hat is awesome. Literally a sorting hat.
So,
It talks.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so that was a thing. Yes, and I need to get a new computer at some point soon. But that was due to excess temperature because it's freaking hot out. I left the window open, and the AC had stopped cycling and everything. So the computer's fan is going. Aah! Yeah, so that's why it's very laggy and everything. But these things happen. These things happen. Oh my God. Oh, look, the dramas and everything. Now, I'm pretty sure people could think it's the DM. I mean, that's what an adult would do. Hey, but I ain't the boss of anybody.
I think that's where it started.
Yeah. I mean, I've had so many groups. I think I almost got banned for like the Dark Horse Discord server at one point there, just because at some point I've been doing like all my things, and I'm in like 100 different Discords. I'm just like, post this, and all of a sudden I see somebody message. I'm like, oh, because the last message I noticed, like someone's like, oh, this is pretty cool, man. So I'll check it out. I'm like, all right, that's a positive thing. And it's like somebody's like, one of the newer mods was like, oh, you're just posting stuff here, and I'm like, it was basically a community made content channel, and I just been posting stuff there for months, and apparently they had said, please just, they wanted to do the Reddit thing where it's like, make sure you have some community interaction, because I hadn't been around those parts for a while, even though I was like one of the first members on the Discord server there. Or maybe not one of the first, but an early adopter, let's say, to Professor Brett Weinstein and what was it? Oh my God, Professor Heather Hay and stuff like that. Yeah, I shoot Heather like I think like $5 a month to join that community and stuff back in the day. And I'm like, okay. Come to think about it, I don't think I've ever heard Professor Weinstein on after that one time he was doing a Q&A, and I mentioned, I think I called him a scaly mother at one point because he literally, no, he birthed, at one point he got a crocodile, and okay, so there's a crocodile egg, and apparently he kind of started to open it or something, but the crocodile was like actually alive, so he's like, oh crap, I screwed up. So he made a makeshift bathtub, put it in the hot water and everything until it actually started to hatch. And like any good mother crocodile, he carried it down to the water in his mouth and then released it. So that's why I call him a scaly mother. And yeah, I don't think he ever joined the voice chat after that. Oh God, I'm not sure if that's worth the time that Lex Friedman came onto one of the old unofficial Portal Discord servers. And it's like, wait, is that Lex Friedman? It sounds like Lex. It says it's Lex. It's acting like Lex. I think it's actually Lex. He was coming on there. He's trying to do his old Lex thing. Oh, we need to make this thing a better place and everything. And then he started to vent. And I'm listening to him, and I'm like, isn't Lex Friedman like a big free speech guy? And it sounds like he's complaining about mean words on the internet. And I'm like, at one point he's going on, people are like, oh yeah, Lex, yeah, no. They're basically kind of doing the yes, Lex. And a lot of folks like to do that, and a lot of folks like to give reassurance and stuff. And I'm being the dick I am, was like, well, welcome to the internet. And then he started to kind of hug. He wasn't expecting it. Everyone was like, oh my, and then I never saw him on that Discord server again. So apparently I have a habit of driving people away, but these things happen. But all I know is, if you two want to, both shoot me messages, let me know what's going on, and we'll see if we can figure something out. I'm sure that there's probably like a misunderstanding there, because we all know nobody would ever misunderstand each other on the internet. All I know is it is a wacky and wild world out there, and occasionally, sometimes you got to put on the cool
We
hat.
won't be going hungry if we do this. That's for sure.
Dude, my hat has made over $10 tonight.
I guess I'm
Super
gonna have to wear a
chats,
cowboy
but I
hat
don't
on
know.
here with you next time too.
Howdy.
Clip was brought to us by Jeremy, the alien scientist. It also seemed appropriate because he was wearing a cowboy hat, and we were talking about Fyzz's trip to Texas. So, from the stories you heard, so how did Giggity and Piper have a good time? What was going on there? Do you have any deets?
Wait,
Or
ask me again.
What were Giggity and Piper's thoughts? Because you said I'm sure you got some gossip because all you gals together and everything. So what was the down low? Anything cool happen? Anything fun?
I think Giggity was probably having the worst time because of her fur, how she had to travel, and the fact that for some reason, I know the reason, Piper knows the reason, but no one would agree to an interview. She thought she was going to interview famous people. Are there famous people there?
To humans, yes. Yes.
Oh.
No, I know. John Carpenter and bunch of actors and actresses and stuff from a whole bunch of different shows. Apparently, I mean, it's a convention and stuff, so relatively famous and stuff like that. I realize your world is more encompassed to kind of like the Twitch realm and stuff like that. So, there were people maybe. Okay, so take like Amaranth on Twitch and go down like 2 levels of magnitude, and I think that's what you have. Maybe just 1 level of magnitude, because Amaranth is one of the biggest Twitch streamers, and I think that's probably the convention there. I don't know. I wasn't there. But still relatively people that people were very interested in, that want to have chats with and everything, and just basically share passions about things that they like. Because I mean, otherwise, why would you be doing it and everything? It's not like we get addicted to things that like are terrible for us, like like tobacco and this, that, and okay, I realize I hypocrite, total hypocrite. But these things happen there. But okay. Yeah, and has anybody like had a talk with G Iggity about like, number one, she's a Fyzz gig, and a lot of folks aren't used to seeing Fyzz gigs in this realm. So unfortunately, I think there's some speciesism there. And number two, like, is somebody gonna tell her that her microphone really isn't like, it's not an actual microphone? Like,
everybody is trying to tell her it's not a real microphone.
has
For some
anyone
reason,
explained
she's
to
like,
her?
it looks like she's not that bright, man. She think it looked like one. It must be one.
Oh God. The terrifying thing is I feel like I would actually agree to an interview, because I've interviewed some very interesting people. I've had on people literally like in a nonstop flame war discussing other things. And literally I was using OBS at the time. I'm throwing the popcorn up and everything. I think it still existed. Maybe it was taken down. I don't know. There was a lot of cursing and stuff going on. And again, this is why I say I came from like a darker side of YouTube, because there was a lot of crazy things going on there. But hey, Zax, what's going on, my dude? But all I know is, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff and things going on. But these things happen. Time, I don't know. All I know is I just do my thing. I do my thing. And I don't really worry about that, because as soon as you just start looking at the numbers, then you become obsessed with the numbers and everything. I say this as somebody that basically spends their day obsessed with numbers and stuff like that, so that's ironic. But just as far as YouTube goes, it's like sometimes you do a video, it's like, okay, 10, 20 views. All right, something, a couple hundred views. Oh, look, thousands of views. That's cool. You just do the thing. If and when it happens, it happens. But just I feel like if you just I do a couple, like I didn't play the intro, so this time it's like this at least hour block should count towards something there. I'm trying to do a little bit less copyright things there. I'm still gonna do it and do fair use, because it's YouTube, and you want to put out there things that like you're actually interested in, that are actually meaningful to you. That's just my thing. So whatever happens, it happens. But yeah. Oh, Lewis, thank you for joining, my friends. These things happen. Is always at yes. Well, that's because I haven't updated my system, because I still need to delete a whole bunch of stuff. I have far too much pornography on this. I need to get a new computer and then like not do those things there.
And then light this one on fire, apparently.
That actually probably would be a smart idea there. This computer is actually on top of my 2012 MacBook from back in the day there. It doesn't hold a charge anymore, but if I plug it in for like an hour, it will still actually work. God, these things happen. What, Rick? Oh God. That's actually very interesting there. I was thinking about that not all that long ago. That actually might make sense. But, oh well, these things happen. All I know is, yeah. So what do you got going on? You got the stream coming up? Are you back, or are you waiting a little bit?
I'm not back because Piper's trying to sell her comic books, so she keeps hogging all the streaming time. So I'm hoping to come back starting Monday evening, regular schedule. I thought I was gonna come back tomorrow and play with everybody.
Yeah.
But no, it turns out she's got to sell a comic tomorrow too.
Well, I mean,
somebody freaking get her comic over the 10K line so that she will freaking knock it off so I can play video games.
Well, these are the important things in life here. Well, unfortunately, also as well, in order to get tasty snacks, you gotta kind of you gotta have that money. You gotta have that money. Just because we're in that society, we're not in post-resource
But I'm supposed to make
scarcity and
money.
stuff yet.
I make money. Why are you /F giggity for YouTube?
What? Because that's your YouTube channel, right?
No. Everything is Fyzz giggity except my Twitter because the other one is hijacked. Twitch, I think, is on fire. Not quite dead, but it is burning. They're trying to walk back some stuff, so we'll see. But also, I think YouTube is supposed to be making it easier now. The what you need to get monetized is supposed to be a little bit not so bad.
I haven't actually read. It depends upon the interpretation. They cut the subscribers apparently in half from like 1,000 to 500, and the watch time. I've heard two different takes on this. I should probably look into it, but like I said, it's like I just do my thing. If and when they send me the email, it says you now qualify. That's cool. Yeah, I mean the channel does say I think I like money, dragons, and turtles, or at least my Pornhub does. All I know is they said it was in three uploads in a month, and then it's like in a 3-month period, like I think like what was it like 90 million views on shorts, or 9 million views on shorts, or like 3,000 watch hours. So that 3,000 watch hours, if it's over a cumulative 1 year, that's 1,000 less. If it's over 3 months, that might be harder for some folks. Again, I haven't looked into it, so take whatever I just said there with a grain of salt. Actually, go read whatever the thing is, wherever they posted it there. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't like dragons, my friend? Yes, but hey, not all of us can be a celestial wolf girl here. Fyzz does many gestures here, but that's not the time or place. We've been going for over an hour, but hey, thank you all for watching. Peace out, everybody. Take care of yourselves. It's a wacky and wild world out there. All I know is treat your monster girls with respect, or they might not come back.
I'm broken. You broke me. Oh no. Oh dear. You guys! You guys! I just want to hug some gold!